Hello, people. Welcome to Raw Impact Africa TV, the place where we give you all the latest, up-to-date gist and information of what's happening, whatever that is entertaining in Nollywood, the music industry, lifestyle. Here in Raw Impact Africa TV, we are bound to give you. Okay, recently I made a trip. It was a road trip though. I just took a tour, from Abuja. I went to Okada. From Okada, I went to Bini. From Bini to Fuga. And when I got to Fuga, I needed to come back to Abuja. So normally, I'm supposed to go to Fuga, and from Fuga, I'm supposed to go to Aochi. From Aochi, I'll now take a car that is going to Abuja. But guess what? I was now introduced to a shorter route from you. So anybody who is coming from Edo State to Abuja, it's shorter and it's safer. Okay, now so I'm going to be showing you that route. Now if you've not subscribed to my channel, I want you to quickly go to the channel, subscribe, click the notification button, so that when such videos come around, you'll be the first to get it. All right, so now in on this eastern road, there's been so much in-season kidnapping and armed robbery on that route. The route from Auchi to Okene is actually termed one of the most dangerous routes in Nigeria. It is dangerous because one, there are kidnappings on that road. Two, the road is terribly bad. Four, three, there are kidnappers on that road. Kidnappers, armed robbers, and the bad road. So there's every tendency that your journey is going to be delayed. And not just that, there's also massive traffic around that Auchi Okene road. Yeah, it could be very lonely. You're going to drive for quite some time. You don't see anybody, which actually makes it quite dangerous for people to pass. But right now, I just discovered a better and shorter route. Now, when you're coming from Asaba, you're coming from Benin City, even if you're coming from Lagos, but now if you make sure you're not carrying so much load. When you get to Auchi, you enter Fuga. Fuga now, actually, I discovered something in Fuga. Fuga is like one of the best communities in Nigeria. When I say best community, imagine a community where all the roads are tarred, as in village. All the villages, the roads are tarred. If you see a hotel that is there has a swimming pool and so many other amenities, people, everybody is living very well. So when you get to that community now, that community also happens to be the house where the former vice president stays, Mike Aigbe. I think Mike was the vice president under good, I think Goodluck Jonathan on his first tenure. You know, that was where Mike was the vice president. Mike was the vice president. So now this guy had to make sure that they tagged all those roads for his people. So now when you now enter Fuga, you now drive another say 1 hour or thereabout. To a you now get to this massive river. So the travel from Fuga to that river is about 1,000 naira. Then from Fuga now you pay another 1,500 naira. They will now cross you to the other side. And guess what? Immediately you cross, you are in Kogi State, in a community called Ida. Kogi State Ida. Wow, that was really awesome. So now when you now crossing it is about 20. I spent about 20 minutes, in the water side. Then when I now crossed, I now took a bike that took me to the park. So the bike now took 1,000 naira that took me to the park. Then from the park now, I got a vehicle that moved me directly from um, Ida straight to Lokoja. For anybody who's traveling, once you get to Lokoja, you just as if you now start having that feeling that you're already in Abuja. So for me, I think the trip was less stressful, less cumbersome for me. I mean, when I go home, I was looking so fresh. Immediately I go home, I was like, what happened? How come you came back so early? And I started trying to explain to her that there's another route, that's a little bit easy for people who want to cross. But for those who need the fear water, like my wife, I was so scared of water. The last time I traveled with her, when we're going to Oron, I think Cross River State duplicated this type of thing when if you're traveling from Uyo to Abuja, the road there is terrible. So people started using water. But yeah, the thing now with water that trip was that kidnappers actually started disturbing on that route. So, but I think the presence of the police, navy police was there. We had military checkpoints, we had police checkpoints, and we had navy checkpoints. So that was actually to mitigate the kidnappers that were now coming on that road. So it was actually really, really easy. And well, I know how to swim, and that's why it's also important for people to learn how to swim so that you can be rest assured that some of these trips you can actually try water, man. And I think the government should actually try to invest more on water transportation because it's cheaper, it's less stressful, and everything will be fine. All right, my people, thank you and bye bye.